Come into me. Come to me.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm sorry for all of the blip blop bloobs there. This is not centered.
Center it.
Centering. Very professional here.
How's that? Is it too far away or are we good?
I don't know. Probably too far away.
Should we get closer? The whole start of the podcast is going to be us adjusting our set.
Well, that's because we moved and now everything. And now light is drunk. That's what happens.
Drunk light. You, sir, light, have had too many.
Mm-hmm. I fixed it a little already, but it's still not right. But that's okay.
I'm waiting.
Hello.
Sorry. Oh, I have hot coffee.
I don't care. Hello. My name is Maria Canales Bennett, and this is the 10th, not second,
Time's up.
10th episode of Adult Conversations Podcast.
Double digits. We made it.
What's your name?
Oh, it's not double digits. You don't think they know my name by now? Mike. I am Mike.
This is Mike Bennett.
I like long walks on the beach. And redheads.
Great. So glad.
With
It's
me.
a little gray, right? They're very large right now.
Your booty? I said booty, not boobies. I also like big boobies too, but I like the booty first. There's definitely an order.
Booty, check.
And boobies.
Check.
Yeah.
I have them both right now.
And red hair.
What about a big bump?
I love your pointy belly. The other day, what was it, yesterday? We were out at Target, and I was coming out of the bathroom, and Maria was kind of standing side profile style. And I was like, wow, that baby must be doing a perfect pencil in your body, because it was so pointy.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that hurt?
Yeah, of course it hurts.
Does it feel like you have a point in your belly?
Yes. My belly button was very sore for several weeks there. It always gets sore. So, yeah. I mean, back to my point last week about how I think people are insane if they like being pregnant. Because for me, it's a very painful experience. And
imagine, so you're growing a human life.
yeah, like the joy of growing a human life does not outweigh the fact that I'm in constant pain. I think if it did, then, I would be, happier to do it, but...
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
That's what happens.
I know. You're still too short. Look at, I'm... Da-da-da-da.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know how else to get taller. Unless I grow.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm tired
What do you
today.
got going on?
I got indie shows this weekend. I leave today
Uh-huh.
to drive 10 hours to Iowa
It's dedication.
for the love of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm fucking insane. Yep. 40-year-old driving 10 hours to an indie show. I love it though. I'm so excited.
What do you like about driving?
Peace.
Yeah.
The time to myself, the time to think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just think I have an old soul.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I have this, I don't know, affinity to drive like I'm this old washed up cowboy making the towns. I don't know, at least in my head, that's what I tell myself I'm doing. But I really do it because it's fun. I like doing it. I like wrestling. I think as I've gotten older, I've realized that the things that used to piss me off about wrestling, like the long drives and the hotels and the road and stuff, now I appreciate more. And I think like...
Don't you think that's because having kids is fucking exhausting?
I think it's having kids, but I also think it's the way my career has navigated. I feel like there's always been these moments in my career where, whatever, if you're religious, it's God, if it's your whatever, the universe, where it just kind of stops me in my tracks, and it tells me you're not appreciating this moment, and I need you to appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I think whenever I had, like when I got released by WWE, that was the feeling that I had. It was like, you're not appreciating this career that you've had. You're not living in the moments that you're in. You're not experiencing the moments the way you're supposed to experience. And you're yes, you've worked hard. Yes, you've sacrificed a lot, but you've also been given this incredible opportunity to do something that millions of people wish they could do. And instead of bitching about TV time or championships or your spot on the card, or maybe just show up and be grateful that you get to do this incredible profession for a living. And whenever I take these bookings now, these indie bookings where I have to drive, I mean, the last indie booking I did, I drove 11 hours to Omaha. This weekend, I'm driving 10 hours to Iowa to do 2 shows. And these shows just make me, I think the reason I like driving is because I just appreciate it. You know, I remember, I'm rambling, I'm sorry, but I
No, it's fine.
remember when I went over to Wembley for the first time for AEW, and it was right at the very start of the Undisputed Kingdom angle and everything like that. And we got brought over very, very last minute, and I had already accepted the fact that we weren't in a place where we were going to be brought over, so I was okay with it. And then they called us, like, what was it, a week before, 2 weeks before?
Yeah.
It was super quick, right? And they said we were going. I just remember, anyways, long story short, I remember going over there, and the minute we landed, I said to myself, you're going to go and just enjoy being over in London. Because I'd been there before, but I never appreciated it. I never was like, oh, it's like, oh, I'm here and I'm overseas and I'm going to go do all this stuff and just, I can't believe I'm over here for work and like they're paying me to be here. This is fucking ridiculous. I never was like that. And then these last few times that I went over, I very much just soaked it all in. And I'm glad I did because I have such fond memories of it now of like, yeah, the first time we went over there, it was me and Taven and Roddy and Zane, and we did all the London stuff and the cool stuff and the touristy stuff, and it was just such a great experience. And I just remember like thinking to myself, okay, you got to do this with everything. You got to do this with everything in your career, because what my career has taught me is that at any moment it could be taken away.
Yeah.
So just appreciate what you got. And I'm in that moment right now. I'm just sitting here being like, okay, you've been given a lot. You've worked hard for a lot. Now you just got to fucking appreciate it. Appreciate these moments where you can drive and do these shows and get paid for it. And like get to meet these guys in these different companies and meet these people in these small towns that you don't get to meet when you're like traveling for AEW or traveling for WWE because you're in bigger towns. So just a lot of gratitude.
Yeah.
A lot of gratitude. Long story short.
Yeah. Well, when you went over to Wembley the first time was when I got in that car
Yeah,
accident
that was fun.
with all the kids
That was fun.
and my grandma. That was wild. And I didn't want to tell you what had happened.
You told me after the show.
Yeah.
No, we were
I told everybody we're just going to wait.
we were at the after party, and then you called me, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. That was crazy. But that car accident was a blessing. If it wasn't for that car accident, I never would have found my tumor.
Right.
Because it was because of the car accident that I started having CAT scans in my back.
They just started going right down, right?
Yeah.
Where's the problem?
Yeah. Well, they didn't believe me, and doctors do that. And they just, oh no, it's anxiety, or oh, you're getting older, or menopause, or perimenopause.
Or unfortunately, they have so many people that are just trying to get pain medication.
Well,
that they.
Yeah. Well, I don't like pain medication. Like I didn't start feeling better after my tumor was removed until after I stopped taking pain medication. Some people just don't react well to it.
Some people react very well to it.
I don't consider that reacting well. An addiction is not reacting well. It's the opposite of acting well towards something. But I think about, you talk about being grateful, and I think about this time right now with the kids and, them starting all new things. And sometimes it's really tough to get them in the door or to even want to do it. Like our son just will not he loves soccer, he loves football, but he just won't do anything. And it's because he's mad because we moved and he misses his friends. He was saying last night that he misses our old yard and being able to drive his tractor around. And, it's tough on them when it comes to that stuff. And they can't see the bigger picture. They can't see why we did it. But I think being grateful for the opportunity to do something new and show your kids something new and give them more opportunities um, can sometimes get you through those moments of like being sad that they're sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a way of releasing and removing anxiety is when you're grateful.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It helps me.
Good.
It helps me navigate. I think the most difficult thing. Do you want to say something? Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask you, like, what's the goal now?
You know, that is something I've been asking myself a lot lately.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're 40 now. You've you've done a lot in wrestling, but I don't think I've done everything I want to do.
Okay.
I think for so long, I got to a place where I was like, you're at this level, and that's the level you should stay at. And I just kind of made peace with it. I just kind of made peace with the fact that I was like, all right, this is where the company views me at. This is where this company views me at. This is where the fans view me at. You know what? Maybe that's my role. Maybe that's my lot. Maybe you should just accept that. I think for a long time, especially post being fired by WWE and realizing, oh, you're not. See, the appreciation thing is a double edged sword because you can appreciate everything you have, but it can also lead to you being content. And I think there's a middle ground between being content and still wanting to achieve dreams. And I think for a long time, especially post WWE firing, I got to a place where I was like, just be super appreciative. And I think that led to a little bit of like, this is your lot in life and you should just accept it. And now I'm kind of in a place where I'm like, oh, fuck, I still got a lot to give and I still want to give. And I feel like I haven't peaked. And I know that's crazy. And I know all the fucking pieces of shit online are going to come out and be like, oh, you peaked and you're a fucking asshole. Fuck you. And that's fine. And I get it. And,
Yeah, but maybe they don't.
But maybe they don't. I'm just saying, I'm nipping it in the bud. I just feel like I have a lot left to give. I have more I want to give. Last night, like I told Carver I was going on the road and I was going to wrestle and he was like our son Carver and he was like, I don't want you to go. And then I was like, yeah, but I got it. Daddy's got to go to work and I've been home for a little while, so it's all right. And he goes, oh, but where can I watch you then on TV? And I was like, these shows aren't on TV. And he got really sad. And that was the first time I was like, fuck, no, I want my kids to be able to watch me on TV. I want more of that. I want them to be able to be like, Daddy's gone, but I'm going to pop on the TV and I'm going to be able to see him. And there's still so much more that I want to do that I want them to be present for. Like
I don't think you've ever told.
I've never won a singles title in Ring of Honor ever. I've never won a singles title in Ring of Honor. Everyone associates me with Ring of Honor, but I've never won a singles title there. I've had singles titles matches. I don't even know if I've had one world title match, I think, against Kevin Steen.
Yeah.
Remember? In Pittsburgh? I was so excited about it. And then our time got cut, and I was so sad. But Kevin's the man, and he still made the match one of the best matches I ever had up to that point. And I don't know how he did it. We got like 5 minutes cut, and he still was able to put that match. He's fucking brilliant. He's the fucking man. He gave me so much confidence in our feud. I always credit Lance Storm. But Lance kind of pulled me out of that rut I was in where people were like, oh, I can't wrestle. And then Lance came in and was like, oh, he can. That's good. I'm like, fuck, okay. That was but then getting into that program with Kevin, and then when we did the stretcher match, he had a way of putting matches together and understanding how to put a match together that the crowd would react to that I never understood before. And I learned so much from that. Like he just had such a brilliant mind for doing that. And but anyways, my point being, I feel like I have so much left that I want to accomplish, which is crazy because I'm 40 and usually people are like, you're 40. But I feel like the way I view wrestling and the way I view the world, I feel like I view it better than I did when I was 21.
Yeah. But I don't I don't think that success has a time frame. I don't think that, everybody works in their own time frame.
Yeah, but when you're in an industry that's so
Yes and no.
physical,
I mean, how
it
many
requires so
how
much
many
physicality
wrestlers
from.
though did not really get big until their late 30s, early 40s? Like
Sure.
it happens all the time. Like male wrestlers and female wrestlers are different. Like it just is. And there's starting to be more and more female wrestlers that are able to do it that are older. But for the longest time it was just the men. So I mean there's great examples of that. Um, but I think that discrediting what is possible before you ever do it
Right.
is one of the worst things you can do. So I'm gonna.
I don't know if I'm discrediting it as I am. I think I'm, which is this is worse. I think I'm giving myself excuses for now, which I don't think is good. But I think because I'm a male and I'm 40, and I think all men when they hit their 40s, they're like, oh, well, I still got it. Even though I feel like I have it, like I feel like I'm in the best shape I've ever been. I feel like my cardio and my wind is the best. I feel like Tom Brady always used to talk about this. He's like, once he got older, he's like, the field slowed down. And I feel like when I'm out in the ring now, everything just slows down in a good way. Like
Yeah,
before,
you're
it was
more
like
comfortable.
boom, 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 boom. And now, like, I get super anxious before I go out there, but then I go out there and everything fucking slows down. And I don't know how to explain it except for just like you're in this own little universe where you're like, oh, this is my peace.
That's what.
This is my happy place.
When I was in,
Which it never used to be. It used to be my super anxious place. I was like, get this match over with. I don't want to get blown up. Oh, what the fuck? These fans are gonna hate me. What do I do? And now I'm just like, hate me, love me. I don't give a fuck. This is my time, and I'm gonna take it. And
that's how I felt in TNA the first time we were there. I didn't give a shit. I was like, I'll stay on this microphone for the next 20 minutes,
yeah,
maybe a half hour. But it was so peaceful and wonderful. And I have to credit Gail and Allie and Chelsea and because they, they were right there beside me. And Madison, as a producer, they were right there with me, like patiently waiting for me to finish whatever the hell I was trying to get across. But
a
just
little over on this.
so like
Look,
everybody
doing this.
everybody just they played their role so well during that story. And but it was peace, and it was slow, and it was intentional, and um no one judged what we were doing. We just all did it, and AK adding to it, and like there was just so many pieces to it that made it incredible. But I'm gonna read this to you.
Read it to me.
It's from Tools of Titans. This book is gigantic.
It's a tool book.
Cynicism is the disease that robs people of the gift of life, and that's by Rainn Wilson. And
I love Rainn Wilson.
I think that when you look at things with,
Shout out to Rainn Wilson.
I think when you overly judge or have a negative opinion on something, it is impossible to be successful. Like literally impossible. What are you
I
doing?
want to find this quote that it's about cynicism. It's my favorite quote of all time.
Okay.
It's by Conan O'Brien when he got booted from the Tonight Show.
Uh-huh.
You remember what was it? Jay Leno. How do you spell cynicism? CY. There it is. Jay Leno retired. Conan took over. And then Jay Leno decided he wanted to come back, and Conan had been waiting in the wings to take over that spot. Take over that spot. I'm full Boston mode today. Okay. So, and this is what he
I
said.
couldn't tell.
This is what
You're
he
wearing
said.
my favorite shirt.
Speaking of Boston, another Massachusetts guy, Conan, right? I think he's a Massachusetts guy.
You're wiggling.
I'm trying to find my footing. Okay, so he said this the last show before he got booted, and he said, "Please do not be cynical. I hate cynicism." It's my least favorite quality, and it doesn't lead anywhere. Nobody in life gets exactly what they thought they were going to get. But if you work really hard and you're kind, amazing things will happen. And here's a guy. Is this crooked? Here's a guy who just got his dream job, which was the Tonight Show, and this was his show when he got booted off, and that was his response. And I remember I watched it live, and this was before I was going through anything in my life and digging deep into who I. And I just remember that hit me. I just remember being like, here's a guy who just lost his dream job, and he's telling people, don't be cynic about this. Don't
Yeah.
be cynical about this. You don't get exactly what you want, but what's more importantly, this is what always stuck with me. If you work really hard and you're kind, amazing things happen. And that's how I've tried. Like I listened to that, and I remember being like, that's how I want to proceed in life. I want to work really hard, and I want to be kind. And we've talked about this in my wrestling career. Like, I'm always just like, how come hard work isn't enough? How come it's not just enough to do your job and people can see you and say, you're doing your job, you're doing it well enough. This is what we're going to do. But it's not that way. But that is the way I want to live my life, and I refuse to let other
But
things
what is
change.
it I always tell you about your career? I always tell you that I don't think it's ever been the right time, the right place, the right opportunity. I just don't think that's ever happened.
Yeah, but I have such a battle with that because like
Why?
because
Because you think that
because
you
I-
think
I-
God is like, you know what? I'm gonna give you exactly
no,
what you want today.
where I'm at in my life, I have this feeling of like you have to take ownership of everything that has happened to you. Everything
You
there's
can only take ownership of one thing, and that is how you react to anything that happens to you. Everything else
I just don't-
is up in the fucking air. It's like a tornado. It's all happening, and it's all doing this. And like, all you can do is stand in the middle of the fucking tornado and say, you know what? When this tornado is over, or when there's an opportunity to get out of this tornado, I'm going to take it because I didn't give up, because I didn't get cynical, because I didn't get mean. I didn't like lay down and die because of it. And I know you want to take ownership over that, but you can't take ownership
I just
over it.
don't like letting those little things of like, well, it's never been right place, right time, right this, right that. And then I start to, I feel like I'm slipping into how I used to be, where I'm like, well, it's everyone else's fault. None of this is my fault. If they had just given me the shot, if they had just given me the opportunity, if they had just given me that match, if they had just put me over on that person or given me that belt, all this wouldn't have happened. In my head, I'm like, yeah, but if you didn't take those drugs or you decided to maybe change the way you were wrestling or listen to people that were telling you to change up the way you were wrestling or be a little bit open or be less stubborn. I don't, there's
Okay.
always a million reasons. There's always, if I could blame a million people for why
But that
I could blame.
Sure.
I could blame trainers when I was younger. I could blame Vince. I could blame anybody. I could blame Ring of Honor. Like I could say, well, you didn't give me an opportunity back then. Like, but at a certain point, doesn't it just come down to me and my failures?
Okay, yes, and I'm going to say something, and but okay, some of the best advice I was ever given is
This is gonna hurt. Cut me deep.
it might. I mean, maybe it needs to.
Cut me deep.
The only thing that you're going to have to shut that door because the cicadas are going to be a part of the podcast.
It's the
They're
cicada.
literally
Cicada.
answering.
I might get stuck.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Come on. I'm stuck in the seat. Oh. Oh.
maybe if you didn't wear shoes inside.
Shoes. Okay, I got it.
All right, I'll be here.
Quiet down, cicadas.
Thank you.
Cicada choir out there.
Sometimes they get so loud. All right. So I was given this advice a long time ago, and I don't remember if
Just
it
told
was
everyone I'm moving the best I've ever moved, and here I am.
Sean or if it was Triple H. All you could do is be ready when it's handed to you. And no offense,
None taken.
but I think in some of the moments when you were handed a great opportunity, you were not ready.
1000%. And that's why I'm saying I don't like to do the you weren't given, wasn't the right time or the right moment. Because I'm like, there were right times, there were right moments, and I didn't live up to it.
Okay, but
I
okay,
didn't live up
then
to
you're
my
missing
potential.
what the quote is. So right time means that you're ready. Right opportunity means that it's a shot. You've been given shots. You've been on every single type of show. You've had tremendous matches with people that are incredible in the ring. Like right place. You've been to all of the Wembley and all of these places. So like, sure, it sucks to hear. It's just like right now. Right now, I'm not physically in a shape where I can be on television. Like, so I can't pretend that I'm ready. I'm not. And like, you have to be emotionally available for it when it comes and go, you know what? I have the skill. As many as you are ready for. Like,
But don't you think there comes a point where, like, you look at a guy and you're like, oh, well, you've been to every fucking company, and maybe it's not the company, maybe it's you.
maybe it has been you.
It has been me.
So, I mean,
Which is like the most like they tell you, like, you get sober and you do all these things and you start to realize, like, oh, accountability and this and that, and then you start to look back at all the times you should have been accountable. It's like this all your own personal purgatory in hell where you're like, oh fuck, I had all this
it's
stuff.
only that if you don't learn from it. It's only your own purgatory. It's only your own if you don't learn. You have a million. So we're doing this
I
podcast
did
now.
learn, but I still have moments where I'm just like hanging out. I'm like, all right, sitting, thinking of my own thoughts, and all of a sudden I'm like,
Spit on me.
well, fuck, you really fucked up a lot of that stuff. Like, oh, if only you came into, you were in better shape when you went to WWE, or if only you had listened to people that were like, hey, this Ring of Honor style is a little bit different than what you're doing, but you could do it. You should probably try to change it up a little bit. And I went, no, fuck you. I'm going to keep doing this. Like, oh, fuck, that was an opportunity to.
You know who it's worse for? The people that were watching it and going, "Come on, dude, come on."
I don't agree. No, because if you could live in my brain now and be like, oh,
I'm sitting there going, dude, we are in Japan. Like, come on.
be grateful. This is what you want. And I'm, I don't know what was wrong with me. I was always looking for the next big thing. That's the
Never
problem.
accepted that you were a professional wrestler.
No, I judged myself.
Yes.
No.
Like, so I used to, after I became a
I
manager.
didn't know this was going to turn into a therapy session.
I'm sorry.
About my career. I'm okay with it. Let's go. Right before I drive to Iowa.
You can think about it for 10 hours.
I'm going to sit with my thoughts, all right.
All right, so
I don't overthink anything.
you are going to be struck down if you continue to lie. Anyways, okay, so when I stopped wrestling full time, everybody's like, you don't even wrestle. You can't wrestle. Blah, 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 blah. Problem is with that is that I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to be a backstage interviewer when I started. That's the job that I wanted. I watched Jonathan Coachman do it. I thought he was fantastic. I loved the interactions between the two of them. I loved that he could be the guy that didn't necessarily wrestle. And so, like, there was always that bit of intimidation. I thought it was the interactions of being that supporting character, I thought were incredible. And then I got thrown in the ring and I wasn't that passionate about it. And like, I appreciate the fact that I know how to take a bump and, you know, I can I can hold my own a little bit, and like if I'm in there with someone that's fantastic, I can get through something. But like
You can sell your ass off.
I can sell. Yes,
That's all you need.
that was my.
All you need.
I loved it. I loved it. But like that was what I liked about wrestling. But I didn't care to be a champion. Like it wasn't my thing. And so after I became a manager, which I was even more passionate about, that I never knew I could have been, but I was like so excited to start managing people. I judged myself for a while. I was like, oh, well, you're not really doing anything.
Is it because you liked it? Do you think that's why you judge yourself harder?
No.
Okay.
I was judging myself more because of what other people were saying.
Because you weren't wrestling?
Yeah, and because people were saying, oh, well, you're less than because of that. I liked being the damsel in distress. I love making I'm a huge fan of very physical comedians. So like I always was more of a person that would watch like Bruce Almighty, or would Ace Ventura, or like
Chris Farley,
like super just like Lucille Ball, like Goldie Hawn, like super physical actors. And for me, that's fun. Like using your body in a way that like makes people laugh. Like it's so fun. Or gets across the story. Like I loved that. But because from the fans' perspective at the time, they thought, well, you're not even a wrestler. You're not adding to it. You're not blah, blah, blah. And like, I go back through, like, I'm tons of times on X now. I'm like sent old videos of things that I was doing.
Like you washing a car.
Like washing a car. Or like when I would be a part of a scene, with two other guys that were feuding, and just like facial expressions that just added to it. And Heyman always used to say, like, you're a mirror to what the action is. And like, if you watch him by the ring, he's a mirror to what's going on in the ring. You're emphasizing what is happening. And that's a Heyman one.
I love it.
Yeah. But you know what's funny?
I think that applies for even just wrestlers. Like, you're a mirror for what's, like, if you're reacting to a promo, you're just a mirror for.
Yeah, you're just telling people in the audience what you're supposed to react as. Like,
right.
If it's funny, you giggle. Unless you're working with Santino, and then I had to be straight woman all the time, and I was like, oh my gosh.
But I feel like that, like.
But that added to it because he thought he was being very serious, and so I had to be very serious too, and so that's how we played it to the crowd. And so I'm doing all this like judging of myself, and it wasn't until I got to Ring of Honor that I finally stopped judging it and just being it. And I think because of what when you were younger or whatever, you judged it just longer than me. Like you judged who cares if you're a clown in a ring wearing undies? Like the kids think it's fantastic.
Like. And I did. You're right. I did judge it longer than you did.
I know,
but it's like, it's like, I was thinking about this because I feel like over the last few years is when I've really started to pull back and be like, oh, that shit doesn't matter. But for me, for the minute I got to Ring of Honor, I was told I didn't belong. But I wasn't just told by the fans. That's the thing that really, like, people don't understand. I was told by the wrestlers. They didn't want me there. I was this guy that Jim Cornette loved, that Kevin Kelly loved, that was this, what they were calling this prototype, like,
the prodigy.
For like WWE development. Like everyone would, oh, why aren't you signed there? You're perfect for that company. And I'm being brought in, and I was given a push immediately, given TV time immediately for all these guys that have been there longer than I have and been part of the Ring of Honor family, and they didn't want me there. They pushed back, like, why the fuck are you here? So, anyways, my point being is that, like, for me, that stuck. Especially, I think I was 25 when I signed with Ring of Honor, 24 or 25. stuck and it like festered in there. And it was like, oh shit, you have to work double hard to try to fit in. So instead of being like, okay, how can I get over and be a star for this company? It was like, how can I fit in? How can I make myself fit in?
You don't have.
And I hated it. I hated it. So I pushed back on it. I pushed back and I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that style. I'm going to wrestle slower. I'm going to put in it because I dictate to the fan. Like all that stupid old school mentality of like, oh, you tell them what they want to fucking see. And it's like, no. It's like, so Roddy always used to tell a story when I don't remember who he was working, but Terry Funk was the special guest referee or the special enforcer. And Terry Funk, I don't want to butcher the story, but he said, people are going to tell you less is more. That's bullshit. More is more. Give them everything they want to see. And I just remember being like, fuck, yeah. Like, but I didn't have that mentality. I grew up with this. I do believe less is more. I don't like, but I also believe there was a level of laziness to me because I got away with doing less. And I was like, that's heel heat. It wasn't heel heat. They didn't want to fucking see me. They didn't want me out there. Like, it wasn't like, oh,
Yeah,
we want to boot this guy. It was like, we don't want to see this guy even come out. Like, we just don't want him in the company. Like, he doesn't, it's not like we like, oh, he's fun and exciting, but he's a bad guy. So fuck him. It was like, no, he's just flat out boring.
Yeah,
It took so
unfortunately,
long to realize that though.
you don't have a rebel soul. That's
I have a restless soul.
yeah, but a rebel is different. Like, fuck the man. Like you didn't have that, which
I do now.
was very much like part of the reason why we got along so well at the very beginning of our relationship is because I was like, fuck everyone. I didn't give a shit. Like I would go out there and like things people would say, it would fuel me. Like I loved it.
You thrive in those situations.
Oh, I would much rather,
I used to.
I'd rather you think less of me so I can prove you wrong. I hate going into somewhere and they're like, oh my God, you're amazing. I'm like, no, fuck you. Like, I want you suck. I want because I'm going to prove you wrong and I'm going to do it 10 times. And then, like, part of the reason why I'm so excited now with my career is because now we're having our third baby and I'm probably in the worst shape of my life. And of course, I'm older than I've been. And like, so.
We're always older than we've been.
What? Well, yes, of course. But like, I'm looking at all of these like flaws and like, oh, you had a tumor last year and you're last year in wrestling, you weren't doing a lot. And like, okay. And like, I'm looking at all this and it just makes me angry and like fired up. And like, I'm just putting all of this stuff in like a little ball, like a box. And I'm just like, all right, I'm going to get ready to explode because I love to prove people wrong. Like I would go out in the ring and stand there. I would just stand there and just see what happens. Like just no direction, no nothing, just go.
I wish when I was younger I had that. Like I have it now.
Yeah.
But when I was starting out in Ring of Honor for a long time, yeah, I would even say up until recently, I would because of my constant insecurities of being told you don't belong here and you suck and you're not a good wrestler or you've never had a good match, blah, blah, blah. I think it started, I don't think, I know it got to the point where it would affect how I put matches together. I didn't want to tell people my ideas. You know. This.
Oh, I know.
I didn't, and you would always be like, you should say that. Mm-hmm. You should speak up.
People don't know until you tell them.
And or even just like in putting matches together.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. It's like nobody would know what you wanted to do because you were afraid.
6-mans or these tag matches, and like I'd have these ideas, but I was so afraid that they were bad or they were stupid or
and maybe they were.
That I wouldn't even speak up and I wouldn't even say anything. And I got to a point where I was like, well, I don't even feel like I'm putting these matches together. And then that led
Yeah.
to me being like, do you even know how to put a match together? Because you're just letting everyone else do it. So it's like, yeah, it definitely, it seeps in and it festers. And I think for a long time, that was how I directed my career. It was like, oh well, you don't know what you're doing, and you just got to try to lay low, and don't ruffle any feathers.
Yeah.
And I think that hurt me. I think it absolutely hurt me.
Sure, but I think that that's in life, in any job, in life, in a relationship, and definitely in a marriage. Like, you can't sit back and wait for the person you're with, or the company you work for, or the people you work with to decide what your destiny is. Like, you just can't. You can't let them decide what you believe.
Yeah, but when you're putting matches together and you feel like you don't know what you're doing, and all your
Oh, I know.
peers,
I'm not
all your
saying
peers
that
are
like
like
it's easy.
you're watching their matches and they're all getting this is awesome chance and fight forever, and you're like, they don't even fucking clap when I fucking wrestle. Like, I got a pretty nice spine buster, and that's about it. I get like a ooh, that was nice, and then that's it. And I'm like, it. I'm, I got to a place where I was like, I can't put these matches together. But that's why I say, like, when I started wrestling guys like Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was like I don't know if he trust. I don't think he trust. He just put matches together where I felt like he trusted my ability.
He didn't rush you.
Yes.
And this is a big thing that
This thing with is the same with the Briscoes. Anytime I wrestled the Briscoes, I felt like they, and maybe it was the way we called Matt. I don't know, but and especially
I can tell you because I watched all of the matches being called.
Mark and Jamin, they would literally they made me feel like I knew what I was doing, and I don't think they did it on purpose. I don't think they were like, oh, here's this insecure fucking kid who doesn't. I think it was like
they knew exactly who they were.
They believed.
So they knew no matter who they were in the ring with, because I watched them do it, Kevin do it, multiple guys do it. No matter who they're in the ring with, they know exactly who they are. So they don't have to figure that out in the ring. So whoever they're in the ring with, now it's just like, oh, option A, I'm going to do this because this is the type of wrestler this is. Option B, I'm going to do this because this is it's like having a firm foundation. And like, what was unfortunate is you didn't know who you were. So then you were trying to come in and, put a match together, but you didn't know what you wanted. And so you let other people do it. And some people got you and some people didn't. And like, you've just gotten to the point now where you've allowed yourself just to be.
Yeah, but at 40.
Who cares?
I do.
There's people that are artists when they're 70.
What the fuck? I started wrestling when I just turned 16 to be like, oh, so you'll have this whole long career and it's going to be wonderful. And instead, God was like, I'm going to give you this long career. So by 40, you'll start to figure out a little bit. At 40, fucking 40, not 30.
Okay. Cry me a river. What do you want me to say? It is what it is.
I know. It's just it's interesting how life works. It's
okay. And some people, they start an acting career when they're in their 60s. And everybody's like, you're too old for that.
I'm not crazy for feeling insecure as a 40-year-old man.
That you are.
Being like, oh.
And I managed 20-year-olds last year. Like, come on.
Here comes the run. 40. Like, will people even connect with me? Can you connect? Like,
why do you care? Okay, hang on. Wait. Codependence is often used incorrectly. It's when you look to other people to decide how you are feeling. Like, you gotta stop. Who cares? Like, what?
Brain.
Okay, back to this. All right, so I love this section. I don't even know who this Who's this about? Yeah. I don't even know who wrote this part. Oh, Whitney Cummings. You like her. Okay. She says, people pleasing is a form of assholery, which I just loved, because you are not pleasing anybody. You are just making them resentful because you're being disingenuous, and you're also not giving them the dignity of their own experience and assuming they can't handle the truth. It's patronizing. I used to say this to you all the time, because when you just look for approval from other people, who are you? Like, I don't, it's like a ghost. See, it's about that time of year. It's spooky season.
You bought a cauldron yesterday.
I did.
Like
it made me so happy.
Like a full fucking metal
It is
cauldron.
Wrought iron. It's
like
awesome.
A witch uses.
Because I am a witch.
I was trying to tell the Target cashier that we were making potions.
He was having none of it.
None of my comedy.
I
was cutting my best jokes.
The idea that it is up to you to be truthful and honest. And with yourself, with other people, with how you feel, you cannot depend on other people for that. That codependence on other people is so fucking rude that it...
Well, see, and that's the thing, is I have this, like, I'm like Two-Face. Like, I have this one side of me that is like, I'm 40, no one's going to connect with a 40-year-old and blah, blah, blah. But on the other hand, I have my mindset, like this weekend, where I literally picked up these, I literally said to you at the beginning of the week, I want to go wrestle somewhere this weekend. And you're like, all right. And I found 2 bookings in Iowa for a 10-hour drive, because that part of me doesn't give a fuck what people think, and he's chasing his passion and his enjoyment. I wanted these bookings this weekend because I wanted to go wrestle.
Do you know that's what being a rebel is?
So I'm part rebel.
Okay, so no. Okay, being a rebel is knowing that there's rules, knowing what's easy, knowing what the people want, knowing all of that shit and going, fuck you, I don't care, because I know I'm right. I know this is what is necessary. I know this will change minds. Whatever it is your rebel yell is, you do it knowing there's all that other shit. People think that being a rebel is just be like, oh, I don't know anything, so I'm doing it this way. That's absolutely not it. Being a real, true, having a rebellious soul, a rebel heart, is literally knowing the rules, the regulations, the opinions, the bullshit, the blah, 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 and going, you know what? I don't care. I don't fucking care. I'm still going to do it my way because I know that this is going to be successful. And that's the difference. You may have the 2 different sides of your mind, but the only way you will ever be truly successful is if you say, you know what? I know all that other shit. I don't fucking care.
Sure.
I'm going to go this way.
But I think, like, I do it. Like I said, that's why I'm doing these shows. And, like, I'll drive however far to go do these shows. Because I genuinely, it's like I said, I'm grateful and I want to do it. And I want to go, like, I'm going this weekend because I just want fucking wrestle. Like, I'm a wrestler. You know, I was meant to be a wrestler. I was born to be a wrestler. It's what I fucking do. So there's that side of me that's like, that's the part of your brain that you need to lean into. And I've learned that when I do lean into that part of my brain, things happen for me. But unfortunately, there's also the part of my brain that when I'm sitting and I'm not active or I'm not doing something, it starts to creep in and it starts to be like...
And that's where the real work is. That's where the work is.
Yeah.
That's where the real commitment is. It's in committing to yourself. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give in to whatever that is in the middle of the night. It's like the show you're making me watch right now that makes me feel insane, which I had crazy dreams last night about.
So good. I'm making her watch Severance. It's such a good show.
You know what it is? Those other things is like the black paint coming down. That's what it is. It's just taking away all of it's feeding the bullshit, because we could do it every day, and that's so easy. It's so easy to give in. It just that's what everybody does. And then they wake up one day and they're like, "Oh shit, I didn't try anything I wanted to. I didn't do any of it. Why? Because I gave in." Luckily, I was raised by a man that was like, "Oh yeah, we're middle class, lower middle class, go back to upper middle class, back and forth, whatever." And they would tell him, "Oh no, you can't get a loan." Somehow this fucking man would find a loan to go and buy a new car. Or my dad would go and be like, "Oh, you don't think it's possible? I'm going to go find myself a skid loader and build the pool in the backyard." Like, he was nuts when it came to this stuff. He didn't care. Banks would tell him no. People would tell him no. And entire apartment buildings would burn down that he owned. And he would still find a way to, like, make it happen. I don't know how any of it happened. Like, he built our whole house. And he did it at night after working at a prison all day. Like, so I was given that example. So my whole life, I had if you work hard enough, you can make anything happen.
Yeah, it wasn't. The hard work was never my problem.
Yeah, but you didn't believe it.
No, that was my problem.
Exactly. You can work till you're blue in the face, but if you don't believe it's working, if you don't believe the work is working, then that's my quote today.
Nothing.
You don't believe the work is working, which means that the work doesn't work.
Maria Knowles.
All right. Last one. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. Meaning, if you are with the flock, you probably need to start going, "You know what? I'm doing something wrong." If you are with the people that are, doing it the right way and treading water, basically, you probably need to reconsider what you're doing. Probably need to turn a different way, because that's not for you. The majority isn't for you. What is for you individually? And then do that. There was one more in here.
Trying.
Oh no, I don't know where it went. All right.
It's just hard not to look back and be regretful about certain things.
Okay, this is my problem. On one level, wisdom is nothing more than the ability to take your own advice. It's actually very easy to give people good advice. It's very hard to follow the advice that you know is good. If someone came to me with a list of problems, I would be able to sort that person out very easily. Most people, they don't take their own advice. I don't take my own advice. I need to do it more often. And I think and that's by Sam Harris. This book is awesome. It's very large, though. So big. But that's what I want to work for moving forward, is, taking my own advice and working hard in the direction of that advice. And
I want to stop judging.
Yeah, you need to.
I need less judgment of myself, less guilt.
We should probably get you on the road.
I'm the bad person.
You aren't a bad person. You've just had bad thoughts.
Yep.
Or bad advice at some point.
Yeah.
Listen to my advice. She is right. She is right. She is right. It's time to grow up and act like an adult. Thank you guys so much for being here. Peace, friends.
Bye, guys.